that gets under my skin. You're doing damage, but nobody's ever been. Do I gotta chase you every summer? Can I have to replace you every summer? You're the only woman on my mind. You're the only way I spend my time. Tick, 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 boom. Can't get you out of the room of my head. Take two, is it too soon to get you into my... I want you now, I need you off the ground. I want not loud, I want you right now. I can't have it right now.
You're the only one that makes me wait all the time. Oh yeah, you blow my mind. Boom, boom, you blow my mind. You're the only one that gets under my skin. You're doing damage, nobody's ever been. Do I gotta face you with another? I'll never replace you with another. You're the only man that's on my mind. You know that nobody right. Tick, 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 boom. This ain't a honeymoon. We all night instead. Sleep until noon. I still assume that you'll be in my... I want it here. Don't make me wait. Oh yeah. Already facing my fears. Come closer to my ears. I gotta hear it more clear. You're the only one that makes me wait all the time. Oh yeah, you blow my mind. Boom, boom, you blow my mind. You're the only one that gets under my skin. You're doing damage, nobody's ever been. You're the only one that makes me wait all the time. Oh yeah, you blow my mind. Boom, boom, you blow my mind.
The 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. Tonight, it'll be the Dallas Mavericks going up against the Bulls in Chicago. And guys, for the Bulls, they've got an opportunity tonight to sweep the season series 2-0. The coaching staff commented that they feel confident coming into this one. And already the grind of the new season starting to show. Shaq, how do you stay fresh for the long haul, both as a player and as just a massive individual?
Veteran guys, you got to know how to pace yourself. And minute restrictions, it really has become a bigger part of the game.
Yeah, I agree. So, injury histories, always taken into account now. This is why you have to develop depth.
How do you stay fresh for the long haul?
Oh, man, I have this drink I put together.
Oh, really? What is it?
Oh, yeah. It's a little, I take tomatoes, right? And I squish them up, and it gets real like tomato sauce.
Uh-huh.
And I put that in. And then I take kale salad. I put that in.
What are you making, spaghetti?
I put ginger in it.
Yeah.
Put that in. I put a little cayenne pepper in, and a little bell pepper.
Sounds disgusting.
Ernie, he's making lasagna over there.
Sounds disgusting.
Can I get some of your lasagna?
Oh, man, it's the pepper. It makes you pep up.
Yeah, that'll do it for us. Thanks for tuning in.
Yo, Pierre, you want to come out here?
Welcome and good evening. We welcome you to our Monday night broadcast of the NBA here on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. For the Dallas Mavericks, they won their last contest, that game against the Oklahoma City Thunder. And there wasn't much question as to how that game was going to turn out. They absolutely put the hammer down on them.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And Greg, they were sinking shots left and right, and that's got to be demoralizing for the defense. They were in a real zone.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Hey, Kev. Well, Rick Carlisle is a coaching graybeard. He's entering his second decade as coach of the Mavericks. He led them to the franchise's first and only title in 2011. Now, Eric Spoelstra lost that series to Carlisle, and he says of him, he's a Hall of Famer, a trailblazer as president of the Coaches Association. We all owe him a great deal. Kevin?
He is a legend. Thank you, D.A. And for teams not enjoying a quick start to the season, Clark, how long until they start to push the panic button and making some big moves?
You know, Kevin, I don't think you ever can push the panic button. I think you have to have a sense of what direction you're going, be realistic about who you are and what you have. And that's where good leadership comes in, not just with the team itself, from the coaches to the players, but in your front office too. I mean, you've got to have some flexibility to adjust to the length of the season and challenges of it, and yet still stay on course with your overall plan.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the court for the Mavericks, the 4 is Barnes with Jordan as the 5. Smith and Matthews in the backcourt. And it's Doncic in at the 3 spot. And so it's the Mavericks getting on the board first. And the dunk by Parker.
Kevin, I like what LaVine showed there, not getting so locked in to his own offense. Keeps his head up, finds the open man.
Here's Smith. That shot off. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Last time they came together was in Dallas, where they fell to the Mavericks.
And their last time playing this club, foul trouble became a big problem for them. Their starters had to take an early stint on the bench.
They've just got to be more careful tonight. It's that simple. I mean, those guys are too valuable. They need them on the floor.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. That sends Harrison Barnes to the free throw line. It's on Jabari Parker.
And though some were skeptical of the contract Harrison Barnes signed, he's lived up to it. Not an elite player yet, but is emerging on a franchise caliber level and continues to improve and is strong and consistent really on both ends of the floor.
One shot, gentlemen.
The free throw off from Barnes. And Greg, with Barnes, beyond what he does on the floor, he does everything right off the floor.
Yeah, I mean, this organization just loves his intangibles and demeanor as a leader. Incredible work ethic that allows him to keep refining his game. Still very young and is growing into the player this team hoped he'd be.
The Bulls have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Parker against Barnes. Parker kicks to LaVine. Pass to Arcidiacono. Parker left side. Just 5 to shoot. That one goes. Count it. Parker's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Parker really adept in the post. Sees angles, reads defenses, does both of those very well inside. Gotta like how they've come out here. I mean, connecting on 4 of their first 5 shots, yes, that's good.
And Chicago has possession after Dennis Smith was able to get the 3.
Oh, I like the craftiness of Parker at finding ways to get into the lane, always looking to punch it down.
Matthews goes in, and it's Matthews with the jam.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Drills it from outside.
And, guys, this is what you like to see early on, gaining a little confidence from range.
Yeah, and you know it, Greg. Oftentimes you get that first one to drop and your confidence rises like yeast. It's good to get into a rhythm at the start of the game, no doubt.
And that's what they have to do more of. They got a great look out of that possession.
And there's the foul. It goes on Wesley Matthews. That is his first foul of the game. And stolen by Barnes.
I don't like that decision there on the entry pass. Not with the defender right there ready to pick it off.
Man, it's nice watching Barnes. I like seeing him convert through contact. That, to me, demonstrates how strong he is on these finishes.
And here they go. The finish and the dunk by Barnes.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Inside, here's Parker, and the dunk by Parker.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. the one-hand hole punch.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
They've set the first half tone by getting out on the fast break and getting the defenders on their heels.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Jordan no good on the free throw. And DeAndre Jordan this last offseason opting out of his contract with the LA Clippers. He felt, Greg, obviously it was time to move on.
It didn't take long for Jordan to find a new home here in Dallas. Had almost signed with them last time he was a free agent. Closed the deal this time around. Still has a lot to offer and a really good fit for this team inside.
Bulls trail by 8. Doncic with the steal. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
And I love the fact that they did such a good job of really reacting to what the defense was giving them.
Nothing was forced. Smart basketball was played, and they took advantage of any weakness they saw.
In November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You take a look at the Warriors. A terrific position for them as they hold up that illustrious top spot, but it's a long season, as we all know. And, of course, the Mavericks. Not really any threat right now as their record showing a lot more losses.
And I think for Dallas, they haven't made any of the strides they were hoping to see prior to the season. Again, hanging around at the bottom of the standings.
Yeah, it's full makeover time now, guys. I'm sure they've learned their lesson that this roster is not one that can sustain any kind of success in today's NBA. Wow, I'm surprised. I thought that was definitely automatic.
And there's Barnes. That's good on the assist by Doncic. And 12 points for Barnes.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively. He's simply a machine at the offensive end. I wonder how far behind they'd be if he wasn't having this kind of quarter.
Rebound by the Bulls. Here's Arcidiacono. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Cleveland.
I think that's mere target practice for LaVine. Now, warm-up jumpers is what I call them. He's really improved in the catch-and-shoot game.
And Matthews gets it to go.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Here's Barnes. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Now here is Holiday. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. And that one's good. Parker.
He can't miss.
At least not on those first 6 attempts, Greg. He is scorching out there, flame-throwing.
Here's Matthews. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
And Wes Matthews, that veteran wing from Marquette, has always been a strong 3-and-D player since coming into the league back in '09. Year in and year out, it is a great source of long-range shooting.
One shot, gentlemen.
Free throw, good. Matthews. And with Matthews, his consistency from outside over his career, Greg, is remarkable.
You know, some guys have good years and then down years, but Matthews just seems to always be on. I mean, you can write him in for about 150 or more threes every season. To have his kind of shooting percentages on his volume for a career is really rare in the NBA.
Evan, there's no stopping him right now. I mean, he's locked in this quarter. His defense has to get the ball out of his hand.
Parker, and the dunk by Parker.
And, you know, when Parker finds his comfort zone now, he catches fire rapidly. And the defense really has no answer for him in that case.
And the dunk by Barnes.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
Yeah, and the execution, time and time again, right on point. They're running their offense to perfection.
Bulls trail by 15, and it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Both teams will make substitutions. Here's Harrison, guarded by Barea. From the line, no good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
Here's LaVine. Harrison Barnes picking up that last basket. Poked away. LaVine passes to Holiday. Here's Harrison. The three-pointer, no good. Mavericks leading by 17. Here's Barnes. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Barnes has got 22 points.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
And I tell you what, Greg, they've worked hard for this lead. Their play calling has been superb, and the execution even better.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. And DeAndre Jordan, the all-time leader in career field goal percentage, Greg, by a sizable margin.
Yeah, the most prolific dunker in the league, maybe in league history.
On the Mavericks with some changes. Dwight Powell's checked in for Jordan. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Doncic. And Devin Harris is subbed in for Matthews. Lopez, no luck.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Harrison after Devin Harris's score. The pass to Hutchison. To the paint. Here's Blakeney, and he lays it straight in. Blakeney's got his first 2 points.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Barnes. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Bulls trail by 19. Harrison passes to Blakeney. Here's Hutchison. Buries the long-range jumper. Hutchinson's got his first 3 points of the game.
Where was the defense? Come on now. Where was it? No idea how they gave up that open a look.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Now here's Parker. 14 points for him. And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Harrison, guarded by Barea.
In building this lead, they've done a terrific job finishing their defensive sequences with the backboard. That has been key.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. Not one second chance bucket for the opposition. They're boxing out on every shot.
And it's Harrison with the ball for the Bulls. Oh, the lob to Parker.
And you couldn't draw it up any better offensively. 8 buckets already in his first 10 attempts.
Dallas leading by 18. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Here's Hutchison, right now averaging about 5 points a game. And he banks in the layup.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
Out left to the wing. Here's Finney-Smith. Off target from three-point range.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
And Clark, the Dallas Mavericks, it used to be that you could count on them being in the playoffs almost every single season.
Yeah, that was the case right before these last 2 years. I mean, they made the postseason 15 out of 16 times prior to that. Proud ownership, consistent ownership, outstanding coaching, and it won't be long before they're really good again.
He misses the free throw. A lot of coaches out there, Clark, wear their emotions very prominently on their sleeve. Others take the calm, cool approach as a player. Was there a particular style that you preferred?
Yeah, my preference was cool, calm, be direct, be firm, but not necessarily overly emotional. And in my short stint with the Pacers, Jack McKinney was more of the cool and calm approach. He was excitable, but a little bit even keeled. George was a little more emotional, but still, I enjoyed playing for both of them because I think I was clear in that they were trying to get the best out of me and the best out of the team.
Good way to look at it. For Chicago, they have not yet made a free throw in the game, 0 of 2 so far.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
The first free throw is good. Dallas making a switch here. Kleba's checked in. He hits both from the stripe. Dallas leading by 16. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
And Powell is a tomahawk jammer. I mean, when he gets a head of steam behind him, he's ready to throw it down.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. And that's a foul called on Dwight Powell. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. Chicago shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
That free throw good from Harrison. Both good from the line that time.
And, you know, we've seen what Rick Carlisle can do on the court. He's a former Coach of the Year in the league and led the Mavs to a championship back in 2011. But his off-the-court talents are also very impressive.
Powell down low, covered by Parker. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Jabari Parker.
The length and mobility of Powell is really impressive. He's a solid big guy who I think continues just to get better at both ends.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And talking about Carlisle's outside interests, one I know of, he's an excellent pianist.
And you know what? He is. And he's played with a well-known musician or two in concert. Also an avid pilot. This guy is a Renaissance man.
And he can't hit the second.
And the missed opportunities for them at the line here early on.
And those can often come back to haunt you, Greg. They've got to focus and really make the most of the chances.
Here's Blakeney. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Harrison kicks to Blakeney. And the dunk by Parker.
Oh, I tell you what, tremendous work rate in getting to the glass by Parker. If you don't box him out, he'll make you pay for it.
Here's Barea. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring. And this one couldn't have been any easier.
Yeah, that was actually no defense at all there, Greg. I mean, layups don't come any easier than that. I mean, they're piling it on now.
And a sturdy screen set for him that time. And he doesn't fool around, just straight to the rim for the finish.
No way for his man to get around that one. That's for sure.
No chance, Kevin. I mean, the screen was in the right spot. His feet were set. He would have had to go straight through him, and that's not legal.
Harrison passes to Lopez. Blakeney. And he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And they get it back. And he recovers it. And he recovers it. Finney-Smith kicks to Powell. Parker with the steal. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. They get a hand on it. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Here's Powell. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Powell's got 5. Harrison Barnes getting it done for the Dallas Mavericks. He's up to 26 points in the game now, just keeps pouring in the buckets. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Robin Lopez talks about the importance of being the anchor on the defensive end.
That's something I relish. It's something unique. It's something to take pride in, that you have all your teammates back on the defensive end, and when it gets down to it, you're kind of that last line of defense. And obviously, defense is a team-oriented ideal, but there's something fun about that. I think there's something competitive about that.
And Greg, that's why his teammates love him.
Absolutely. You can tell Lopez really wants to make an impact on defense, on every possession.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, we've seen a confident-looking Mavericks team out there.
Listen, early on taking the league, I just like their approach offensively.
Yeah, I like it too. They're doing a great job working the ball around, staying aggressive, and capitalizing too.
Robin Lopez out there with Jabari Parker. And it's Harrison in at the point guard position. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. Now, here's Parker. He had 13 points in the win against Cleveland. And the basket by Blakeney.
And that's how you move the basketball. Awesome passing leading to the bucket.
Good on the shot.
And how about the excellent court vision, just keeping the defense off balance?
Yeah, that was a sweet pass right there, setting up his teammate nicely, and that's really how you move the rock. Share that sugar, man. Share it.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, the Mavericks were ecstatic when Dennis Smith Jr. fell to them with the 9th pick of the 2017 draft. For a team in need of athleticism and size at the point guard, it's been a hand-in-glove fit. The 6'3" Smith has a 48-inch vertical, one of the highest ever measured.
A terrific young player, an elite NBA athlete. David, that's for sure. Good stuff, thanks. Here's Kleba. The Bulls getting the bucket. Over Parker, and another basket for Dallas. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Here's Harrison. 8 points for him. To the inside, and the dunk by Parker.
And cutting into the lead with the big one-hand throwdown.
That's how you get your team back into it.
That might indeed ignite a spark in this team.
That's tipped, and they're able to recover. And the basket good by Mejri.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Well, guys, they need to do something to reduce this deficit. We'll see if that's the answer.
And Lopez gets it to go.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Finney-Smith kicks to Harris. Good D by Lopez.
Now that's superb defense in low. I mean, they played it well. Not easy trying to alter these shots without fouling the shooter, and that's a good job of doing both.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Buries it down low. Kleba's got 6 in the quarter.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
And good that time. 24 points for Jabari Parker.
And he's been the key for their offense with the way he shot the basketball.
Yeah, he's most certainly not the reason they're in a hole. I mean, his percentage has been outstanding.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Clark, there's so many versatile players in the NBA right now, and of course it aids in switching with guys having to guard multiple positions.
No doubt about it, partner, and you think about some of the highest quality defenders that are versatile. I mean, Draymond Green comes to the top of the list because he plays 1 through 5 many times. We didn't get to see a healthy Kawhi Leonard, but he's capable in that regard too. Paul George, former Pacer, current Oklahoma City Thunder, is an excellent and versatile defender as well.
What you do is you lost. Go ahead and call a cab. Hey, yesterday my mother called me. She told me that she be worried about my food and what I eat, and I told her it's calamari. When I got no plans, sipping on it after dinner. You say you hang with the man, I see him when I'm in the mirror. Pull a meal, the day ain't even had the deal on your. Every day I just be sipping chamomile. That's a pill. Everybody show up cause they know I'm here.
So both teams making some changes here.
A moment here to look at some numbers for Carter. Averaging 12 points, 7 rebounds, and just over 2 blocks. And he's such a big presence for them on the inside.
Yeah, whether it's sending shots back airmail or cleaning the glass, he's the total package.
Smith finds Matthews. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got 5 assists tonight.
Hey, give Matthews credit, Kevin. I mean, he has an ability to get his shot up over the defense quickly.
Took him no time at all on that one. That's 7 points for Zach LaVine.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync, tremendous communication and awareness.
And how about the performance we're seeing from him? Not one miss on the day.
Bulls trail by 16. Here's Arcidiacono. And right now he's averaging about 7 points a game. Parker double-teamed. 6 on the shot clock. To the middle. Here's LaVine. The Mavericks pull it in. Jordan's got his 5th rebound in this one. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
a fearless competitor. When Doncic is driving inside, he just embraces the contact on the way up. And looking at Luka Doncic, incredibly mature for his age. Physically, the broad shoulders, weighing in about 230. Mentally, though, advanced understanding of how to play the game.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. You know, Greg, it's amazing that Doncic, at his age, could already have such a complete offensive game.
I mean, a terrific skill set. In Europe, Doncic spent plenty of time as a primary ball handler. Obviously can score in a number of ways, just a versatile threat.
Good on the second free throw.
Yeah, the versatility and competitive fire of Doncic is impressive. You can just tell this kid loves to play the game.
LaVine passes to Carter. Back to LaVine. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. LaVine's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Love that aggressive mentality, constantly looking to put the ball in the basket.
Dallas, no good that time either. Bulls trail by 15. Holiday left side. To the inside. Got it. Nice one there from LaVine. LaVine's got 11.
You know, once LaVine gets the ball anywhere near the bucket, his score-first mindset takes over.
And Matthews gets it to go.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Knocked loose to the wing right side. LaVine wide open. Off target from three-point range. Dallas leading by 15. Matthews into the lane. Good once again. That makes him 8 for 9 this game.
Nice display of speed by Matthews there. I mean, he loves knifing through the defense and getting to the rack.
And Matthews throws it down.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant. And this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
As well he should, Greg. I mean, he always is looking to score the ball, even more so when he's hot. I like the mindset.
And here's Carter after Dennis Smith was able to get the three. Here's Arcidiacono. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. Carter's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Matthews in, and his hot hand continues. 10 of 11 from the floor and looking for more.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. And you know, Dennis Smith Jr. is a player who just is oozing with confidence when you see him play.
Yeah, I just love how Smith Jr. will attack every player he goes up against. Chris Paul, who Smith Jr. goes way back with, noticed how even as a rookie, he approaches every challenge head on. As a rookie, Smith Jr. was just jawing at the bets and dunking on everyone. He has the game to back up that personality.
Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And we see a chart here for the shooting performance so far for Matthews.
Right now, after looking at that chart, you pretty much can just jog down the court if he gets it in the paint. That just time and time again, he's worked his way in close and made a shot over a defender or found another way to to convert. Just great stuff coming from him thus far.
And here we go. Fast break. Barnes has got it.
And that pattern continues, guys. Another heat check, another log on the fire.
Well, they're scorching right now. I mean, the defense has to be concerned. Nothing they're doing is stopping this run.
Here is Carter. Harrison Barnes picking up that last basket. And the dunk by Barnes.
Barnes is a problem in these fast break situations, Kevin. I mean, he's got strength, he's got skill, and he's got excellent speed.
Chicago has gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Archie Diacono kicks to Parker. Pass to Archie Diacono. Bulls moving the ball around, and the dunk by Parker.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand, and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
Chicago's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Here's Holiday, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
For Chicago, they have gone 4 of 6 so far from the line, missing a couple.
Two shot.
The first one falls. That misses, so he splits the free throws.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
That's good from Barnes on the assist by Smith. Smith's got his 8th assist here tonight.
Yeah, and Smith doing a nice job getting his teammates involved. Terrific at spotting the open man.
Now here's LaVine. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Cleveland.
And you know, Kevin, his creativity really on display that night. I mean, he was threading beautiful passes everywhere.
And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home.
And, you know, Barnes is a versatile scoring forward who we've seen him heat up quickly, and he's capable of doing that.
Archie Diacono kicks to Holiday. And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that's his 4th foul. And we're not even at halftime. That is going to limit his playing time and his aggressiveness the rest of the game.
Here's Archie Diacono. And right now he's averaging about 7 points a game. It's tipped. Here's Barnes. And the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Here's Archie Diacono, covered by Smith. Archie Diacono kicks to Parker. Offline with his 3. And now Barnes running the floor all by himself. And that one drops for him. Barnes has got 12 points now in the quarter.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Now here's Parker. He's got 26. Passes it to Archie Diacono. LaVine kicks to Archie Diacono. Just 5 to shoot. And then Carter with the dunk.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Here's Matthews, and he uses the glass on the layup. Matthews has got 23. Chicago has gone 2 of 4 from 3-point range so far in the second quarter. Here we go, 1-on-1. Here's Barnes. Right through the D for the layup. Barnes has got 40 points.
And you can see now they're starting to push the tempo to good effect.
Fast break points, the edge goes to them, and those quick buckets are easy money. I love to see that.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Here's Arcidiacono. Harrison Barnes picking up that last basket. Parker with a clean look, and the Bulls with another miss.
If you're a pro, you got to drain that shot. I mean, doesn't matter who you are. The defense left him wide open. Pros make those.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
And for Harrison Barnes, the scoring forward out of UNC, said he wants to model his game, Clark, after Paul Pierce.
Hey, that's not a bad guy to look to model your game after, boy. Paul Pierce knew how to get it done, and he wasn't overly athletic, but he knew how to play angles. He could get to his spots, and he was such a great mid-range shooter who developed into a consistent three-point threat as well. So I like that comparison or that aspiration for Harrison Barnes.
First one falls for him.
And, you know, Harrison Barnes is an effective two-way player, becoming better every day on offense and can defend multiple positions as well.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Jordan. Mike Powell comes in for Wesley Matthews. And Barea subbed in for Dennis Smith. Barnes hits them both. Here's Harrison. He's got 8. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And Barnes comes to help. Pass to Hutchison. And the 3-ball is good. Hutchinson's got 8 points.
Tell you what, the defense has to be kicking themselves. Just a step late there, and the shooter made them pay for it.
And a terrific percentage here in the first half. You got to love their rhythm and the flow with which they're playing.
I agree with you. I mean, they just look comfortable out there, taking what the defense gives them and then capitalizing with no real problem at all.
So it's Chicago now. Here's Harrison. Holiday gets the bucket. Holiday's got his second basket of the night.
Boy, he hit his teammate in the perfect spot. Led him easily to the bucket. That's what you call a room service assist.
And how about the vision there from Doncic? Can make the easy pass and also the difficult.
Hutchison's shot is off.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And it's Harrison with the ball for the Chicago Bulls to the left side wing. Lopez passes to Hutchison. Down low, Holiday. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Holiday's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
Here's Powell. Good, and it's Barea who picks up the assist.
Assist from
Barea's got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Chicago's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Powell with the steal. A nice shot by Barea.
You know, guys, fast break points right now in their favor, and they're really pushing the tempo.
And, Greg, defensively, you got to have better floor balance and commitment to hustling back. I mean, you got to sprint back. You can't jog back.
And that one's good, Harrison.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
And the Mavericks call time here.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Nothing wrong with that. You got to be flexible. When something isn't working, you adjust, you modify, you go to something else. That's what the best coaches do.
Dallas making a switch here. 11 seconds left here in the second. Here's Finney-Smith. It's good. Great play set up by Barea. Finney-Smith's got 4 points in the quarter.
Being aware there, excellent recognition, fantastic playmaking leading to the nice shot.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Mavericks ahead, running away with it. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Harrison, a big first half for you offensively. How did you get loose?
My teammates just been fine to me. I've just been trying to run hard, make good backdoor cuts, run in transition, and give me good looks.
You have not stopped moving at all, and it's led to good results. Thanks, Harrison. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks. Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal at 2K Sports. Let's talk first half. Harrison Barnes was the man in the first. He went on an historic scoring frenzy, tallying a ridiculous number of points, 4 steals, and 2 rebounds. And Kenny, what are your thoughts on how Dallas played?
They've done a lot of things well, but the way they've taken care of the basketball, valuing each possession so critical to the tempo, so crucial to the offensive flow. They've got a great rhythm. As smart and as safe as they're playing, they made it clear they're not going to beat themselves today.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Chicago?
Well, they struggled in a number of areas. Protecting the rim is really at the top of the list. They haven't made that a priority. They haven't put forth a whole lot of effort. You got to protect the rim.
And that's a wrap for our halftime show. The third quarter just about to get started.
Welcome back to the hustle and bustle of Chicago, a time-lapse view of all the traffic heading toward downtown. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. And Harrison Barnes has really been making it happen, guys.
And through the first 2 periods, it seemed he got to the paint whenever he wanted to, just a slasher's mentality.
Yeah, good things happen when he cuts to the rim, Greg, and you cut into the heart of the defense like that, makes things easy.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Chicago has gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight, 50% exactly. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
And this is like another case of Murphy's Law right now, and it's been their own doing, really, just like we saw there.
Here's Arcidiacono. Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Smith and Matthews in the backcourt. The 4 is Barnes with Jordan as the 5. And it's Doncic in at the 3. Offensive rebound. The shot's good from Smith. Smith's got 8 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And stolen by Jordan. And now, in transition, it's Barnes. Here we go. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
Boy, I like seeing Matthews go strong to the rack. I mean, using his speed and strength to put the defense in a pickle.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight. And the first one at the line is good.
And Wes Matthews still a very talented player in this league. I mean, excellent presence on both ends of the floor, and he certainly has always been a solid defender on the wing.
He's perfect from the line this time. And for Matthews, he prides himself on being a two-way player.
And, his three-point shooting percentage might not be that impressive, but given the volume of threes he takes, pretty solid. He's a terrific character guy, hardworking, always engaged, and he doesn't need to have the ball to stay involved. I mean, this guy's never going to be a star, but he's going to be one of those guys that always adds value to a team.
And the first one at the line is good.
Guys, Wesley Matthews is a pure shooter, a long-range bomber who also plays lockdown defense on the perimeter. That's a heck of a combination.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. Chicago's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight. 50% exactly. Archie Diacono kicks to Carter. On the wing, LaVine lets the three fly. Barnes grabs the miss.
And, I have no idea how he missed that one. When there's no defense around, he's usually automatic from there. The defense was less than impressive there, but despite them not really contesting that shot, he still bricked it.
And stolen by Barnes. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Holiday. Here's Smith, and the dunk by Smith.
Boy, love the drive of Smith there. I mean, he takes contact really well and then still finds a way to finish when he's sprinting full speed to the cup.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. The pass to Archie Diacono. That's good, and it's LaVine with the assist. LaVine's got 4 assists in the game. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Dallas Mavericks. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. And we'll get a look here at where the shots have been coming from for him.
And this is the kind of performance that everyone talks about seeing in person. The way he's attacked the defense with no hesitation. The tough shots he's taken and made. Just a masterpiece. When he gets it going, he can put up some big numbers.
Here's Archie Diacono. He's got 6.
And I like his muscular body. This guy is able to body up defenders and still get the shot that he wants. He's excellent at finishing through contact.
For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Holiday looking for an opening. Down low. Fader on the way, and Parker gets it to go. The assist by Holiday. Holiday's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Barnes against Parker. Barnes can't get it to go.
That's exactly how you want to play it defensively, Kevin. I mean, getting a hand up to distract and bother the shooter. Not easy to stop somebody this deep inside.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
The shot's good. Barnes has got 54 points.
And, Barnes does a nice job sizing up the defense close to the basket. I mean, when he's near the rim, takes his time, knows how to get his shot up and down.
They double him with Matthews. And the dunk by Parker.
Oh, fantastic dunk. And he hangs around up there just for a little camera time.
Yeah, maybe he didn't want to land awkwardly. Who knows? But there he is, and we see it very clearly.
Either that, guys, or he wanted the photographers to get a good shot of it.
They've hardly needed anyone else today to get out to this lead. I mean, he's provided almost all of their offense.
For Chicago, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. With the tip.
Tremendous effort. I mean, this guy has already cracked double digits on the backboard.
And those rebounds lead the team. I mean, he's been the tone setter for him today in terms of work ethic and glass eating.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Mejri comes in for Barnes, and Devin Harris subbed in for Wesley Matthews. Chicago's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Arcidiacono, the pass to Carter, and the dunk by Parker.
And, you know, we can't measure Hart. I mean, he's not as big as the other power forwards, but his jumping ability and mindset is incredible.
Carter with the block. Here's Arcidiacono. That's good, and it's LaVine with the assist. LaVine's got his 6th assist on the night. Here's Jordan. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Jordan very efficient in the paint because of his length. Close to the bucket, he's hard to deal with.
And that one's good. Parker's got 10 points here in the second half.
And he can take over in a nanosecond. I mean, once he catches fire, it's difficult to squelch it.
Here's Jordan. Count it.
DeAndre Jordan.
Chicago with the ball. They'll be off to Boston for a meeting with the Celtics after this one. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. Holiday gets the bucket.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
The Mavericks have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Now the feed to Jordan. Good work defensively by Carter.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Exactly. Can't play it any better than that, Greg.
And how many extra possessions have they gotten because of that rebounding edge?
Well, it's been a bunch, and I think it's made the difference in the game. I mean, they've actually done a great job on the boards.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
Yeah, it's finishing your defense, Greg. We know that. You can defend, then you got to rebound the miss, and you got to get to the glass with intensity.
Now here's Parker. He's got 36. To the paint. Rejected by Harris. Carter against Jordan. That one falls. Jordan's got 8. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for Dallas.
You know, block shots, guys, a clear indicator on the stat sheet of their excellent defense. I mean, leaving them no room to get off any shots.
Yeah, but they've been offensive defensively tonight because they've really forced the issue on D and come up with quite a few steals and deflections.
Carter with the bucket.
That was just a perfect possession, getting it in tight for the high percentage shot.
From down in the low post, it goes. Mejri's got his 2nd basket of the night. Chicago has gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. They're 6 of 13. Mejri with the rebound.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the bloopers.
Nice shot by Smith.
Smith showing outstanding concentration on these hard shots, even as he's getting hit.
Here's Arcidiacono, following the score by Dennis Smith. Arcidiacono kicks to LaVine. Here's Carter. Got a hand on it. Stolen by Carter. And he drops in the layup off the glass. He's got 8.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Here's Smith. And Smith with the stuff.
No messing around from Smith there. When he's on the attack, he's got room to soar. He takes off towards the rim. Boom.
Chicago's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Parker left side. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. And that one's good. Arcidiacono.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
Here's Smith. No good on that one. So the Bulls will take it the other way. LaVine passes to Carter. That's good, and it's LaVine with the assist. LaVine's got 9 assists now tonight.
Boy, LaVine's playmaking understated. He can do it when he wants to, though.
Taken away by Holiday. Over to the left wing. Arcidiacono. It's rebounded by Dallas. Mejri's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Smith. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
Wow, that is strong production there. When Smith gets going, he's really hard to slow down.
And Luka Doncic, not the top pick in the draft this past June, but one of the more exciting names out of this rookie class.
Dallas made a point to trade up and draft him. Doncic not playing in the summer league as he has had a hefty workload in Europe before the draft. Still came away with Euro MVP honors, and at his age, that is incredible.
And then Carter with the dunk.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one.
Well, guys, I'm glad they didn't try because I don't want anybody to get hurt out there.
That's his first
And, you know, by all accounts, last season was a fine debut for Dennis Smith Jr. And he handled starting point guard duties from day one and was given room to learn on the job. Wasn't always easy, but this kid has talent and showed moments where you get an idea of how special he might be.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
Free throw good, Smith. And for Smith last season, the goal was mostly to improve his game along with the teams.
Yep, exactly. And Dallas knew they wouldn't be competing for a lot and let Smith Jr. find himself, play through mistakes, learn on the fly. He improved his reads off pick and rolls and also showed improved vision as the season wore on. Guys at the point have to see the whole court at all times. One area, though, he's got to improve in is his defense and awareness on that end of the floor, because the athleticism is there. If the awareness improves, this guy could be a demon on D.
Here's Blakeney. Back to Harrison. Pass to Hutchison. Clock at 6. Pulls up. Mavericks with the rebound. 3-on-3. Unloads from 13. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Hutchison. And the shot is long.
Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Greg, I just think he was in a hurry. He flat out rushed it. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking there. He actually was in a brain-neutral position.
Taking 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
Got to appreciate Dennis Smith now. I mean, this guy is terrific at scoring from everywhere. Very athletic and explosive.
That one misses. Chicago has gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. Pass to Harrison. Inside, here's Blakeney. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Blakeney's got 6 points.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Dallas calls timeout.
And really, whether you're up or down, it's a game of adjustments.
Always. And having a good coach is critically important. I mean, you need somebody you can count on to make the right adjustment.
She keeps trying to give me a bunch of young, sick with it like Bodie. 350 Yeezy boots, leave that Roshi on my back floor. I'm trying to buff down a rollie. My son, mom, everything, I treat it like a trophy. Pour 2 bowls of that, no Kobe. Got OGs that I still like to know me. A band for my coat. I got live with us, no being from the crest. We're get funky.
And that's why I gotta keep it ratchet. That work 2 jobs and get taxes. Bought a new whole 30 like a plasma. All she want is 2 things. Then a back rubbing. Oh, That'll do that, and no, I can't lie. Love the way that you move that. You know I get that check and run through that.
Wesley Matthews checked in for Dennis Smith. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Toronto, they hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And, of course, the Bulls. They find themselves in the dregs of the conference.
And, you know, for the Bulls, with the start they've had, they've taken what was such a hopeful preseason and turned the mood sour.
Can't remember the last time I've seen optimism turn to pessimism as quickly as I have with these guys. I mean, their fans are already talking about who needs to be replaced.
It's good. And that's now 29 points for Wesley Matthews.
Man, it's nice to see Matthews get involved inside, showing a nice touch around the basket.
Harrison kicks to Blakeney. Buries it down low.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
And here's Matthews for the three. Good, and it's Barea who picks up the assist. Barea's got his assist totals piling up, 11 now for him. And it's Harrison with the ball for the Chicago Bulls. Here's Blakeney. He's covered by Matthews. Good. Blakeney's got 10 points in the game.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Well, Chicago's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Harrison passes to Carter. It's stolen. An even 3-on-3 break. Ball's knocked loose. Pass to Hutchison. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. Dallas has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Matthews into the lane. And again, Dallas turns it over.
Chicago ball.
We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the third. Knocks it loose. And it's the Dallas Mavericks turning it over again. Here's Powell. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. He's got 9.
Boy, intensity always a good thing, and Powell brings it solid at getting after offensive rebounds for his team.
Over to the wing. Here's Harrison. Bangs home the trifecta.
And that's what you give up when you don't fight over the screen.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. I mean, not a lot of effort put forth on defense there. I mean, I think he's definitely got to play up on him more and off the screen in that situation.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll return shortly. Fred Hoiberg in a recent huddle with his players.
Got to make sure we're playing with a purpose, okay? They're the more physical team right now, okay? They got the edge right now. Get some cutting, some screening. All right, let's get that ball moving, okay?
Clearly, Fred wants this team to be more active.
I mean, ball movement, Kevin, is so key. If you don't move it, you are not going to be successful.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. They've got Harrison, and it's Felicio in at the 4 spot. That's the 5 out there for the Bulls. The pass to Hutchison, fires from 14, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Clark, if you were a general manager, and I think you'd make an outstanding one, during the pre-draft process in particular, a player has declined to work out for you. Would you still consider drafting him?
Yeah, I would consider it. Again, there would be some extenuating circumstances. Why has he declined? What have we seen? Obviously, I'm hopeful that my scouting staff has taken a look at him, and I've seen the kid up close and in person and done my due diligence, so I've got a comfort level with who he is and what he can become. But I don't think the declining of a workout is enough reason to just dismiss a prospect that you like. Boy, that's a really nice feed by J.J. Barea.
Chicago's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Felicio kicks to Blakeney. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game, now 6 for 10.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And that'll be Dallas as it goes out of bounds. Mavericks retain possession.
Substitution for the Mavericks. Jalen Brunson.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the 4th quarter. Here's Powell. Here's Kleba. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And that's exactly why you got to box him out, because when you don't, that's what happens. He burns you on the glass.
Harrison passes to Lopez. And Lopez throws it down.
He just bangs down the one-hander.
2 very easy points right here.
He'll take those all day long.
Here's Kleba. Lopez covering. Kleba, no good.
And that's solid defense. Rock solid. Contesting without fouling. Well done.
Hutchison passes to Harrison. Here's Felicio. Here's Lopez. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And Robin Lopez, one of those dirty work type of big men, rebounding, defending, a lot of grit, setting screens. He does it all.
Yeah, unselfish. He does know his role. It just makes things easier for his teammates. Has his quirks, but has proven to be a great teammate.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And that one misses. When you look at player contracts today, Clark, a little different from the one after you signed your rookie year. What, 4 years and $1 million? Do I have that right?
Yeah, you got the numbers right, Kevin. And, I look at that as all relative. How about the guys who played way before me?
Right.
And they were traveling on trains to games and were working jobs during the summer. I mean, it's all a function of the revenue generation of the league, which has grown exponentially. Since I played, we were part of the group that actually saw the first salary cap instituted in the early 80s. So growth is part of what we see now in players' salaries, and I'm all for the guys to get what they deserve from that standpoint.
Taking 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. 4th quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Pass to Blakeney. Back to Harrison. He kicks it to Lopez. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Shot clock at 6. Here's Blakeney. Felicio with the bucket.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
To the paint. Here's Finney Smith. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Here's Harrison. Passes it to Blakeney. The 17-footer. That shot misses. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Here's Finney Smith. And he gets the bucket.
And when you can outscore your opponent in transition, that's always going to work to your advantage.
Hey, that's a big piece of the pie when you're talking about winning basketball, fast break points. I mean, because most of the time, those are easy hoops.
Here's Hutchison. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Chicago. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward. and the Boston Celtics. And then on Friday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best, but if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run.
The first one falls. In the recent CBA, there have been a lot of provisions put in there for retired players. Health insurance, increase in pensions, Clark, reimbursement for tuition. What do you think of these changes?
Love them, Kevin. Absolutely love them. And again, credit to the league and to the Players Association for thinking outside the box, reaching back to benefit some of the former players that are actually in need of these benefits and deserving of them. Come on now. Those guys paved the way in many ways for what we see of the league now. And most players appreciate and recognize that. And for it to be tangibly recognized and rewarded is great to see. I love it.
Personal foul.
One shot, mind the lanes.
Here's Harrison. Down low. Here's Felicio. Powered down with both hands.
Just powered it down with both hands. You know he's not going to mess that one up.
Oh, no, not this fella. He is a superb finisher.
Yeah, near the hoop, he's an absolute monster.
And it's Harrison with the ball for Chicago. Pass to Hutchison. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. We seem to see a lot of players request trades in the media, but Clark, you have to believe some teams were blindsided by this.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kevin, that teams have been blindsided on occasion. I don't like to see players operate that way, but I also understand sometimes the frustration that leads them to do so. But at the end of the day, I think it's part and parcel of the environment we're in and the nature of the business of the NBA. Sometimes players just aren't confident in what they hear directly, so they take other measures to voice their choice or displeasure.
The first free throw is good.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line, they needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. The Mavericks have gone 8 of 10 from the field here in the fourth quarter. Really getting it done. And Finney Smith gets it to go.
No misses for him yet in this quarter. Solid as a rock.
The Bulls have gotten it done so far from the field here in the fourth, going 6 for 7. Hutchison's shot is off. Dallas has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. And it's Harris off the drive, and he banks in the layup.
Yeah, that's just straightforward basketball from Harris. Driving to the hoop with purpose and not letting anyone, or anything for that matter, slow him down.
The pass to Blakeney. No good on the 3. It's been all Mavericks. One of those ongoing discussions about adding a 4th referee, Clark. Would that help us, you think, call the game more accurately?
No, it would just crowd the court more.
Right.
I mean, come on, what are we talking about here? There's a human element to everything we do. Calls are going to be missed. We've grown and gotten better and highlighting different aspects of calls, being more transparent about it. The video replay, I think, has been more good than bad in the game. There are going to be mistakes. You make them, I make them, the referees make them, coaches make them, players make them. We can't totally eliminate the human element of the game. A 4th official would not add to the ability to get more calls right. They're getting 94, 95% of them right now. You think another official is going to move the needle? Come on.
He makes one of two that time. Clark fast break fundamentals, center the ball, run two wings on each side, have another guy set up from outside, last guy trailing. We don't see that much convention.
No, we don't, Kevin, and I'm chuckling because I know it grinds the gears of a lot of basketball purists, mine included. I really don't like to see guys fan out to the three when the layup is readily available. It's part and parcel of how it's played now, but I think there's a balance. I think you should still be running for layups and use the three in transition, maybe in a delayed fashion versus the primary break fashion.
You see a lot of turnovers, too, a lot of missed opportunities on the break these days.
Yeah, great point, Kevin. You're right. Guys trying to get that ball out to the three instead of taking the easy layup opportunity. Agree with you 100% there.
It's been all Mavericks. Swiped away. Pass to Harrison. And yes, it's good.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Yep, it counts.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
So close to getting the steal there, but the deflection equally as effective.
Yeah, refusing to give up anything easy. Solid defense, and I like that attitude.
Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Nailed from three-point land. Dallas has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Here's Finney-Smith, and it's blocked. Here's Harrison. Inside, Hutchison. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound.
Boy, he's having a tough time right now. Seems like he's forcing his shot a bit to me, Kevin, not letting it come in the flow of the game.
And the basket good by Mejri.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Here's Harrison to the inside. And Lopez gets it to go.
Boy, I like seeing the ball get to that spot. It doesn't get much better than that.
Here's Harris. The shot off that time. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Here's Harrison. Passes it to Hutchison. And the call will be against Harris. That's foul number 2 for him. You know, every coach talks about playing team basketball, Clark. When it comes to the fans, they really come out to see the stars. What do you think is the psychology behind that?
Well, I think fans enjoy elite players and great talent across any sport. But they also recognize that team play is critical to winning. So I think it's a combination. Fans, I think we've got to give them a little more credit. Sure, they want to see the stars play, but they want to win, and they know to win, teams have to be about team basketball, not just highlighting and enjoying the stars.
Parker's checked in for Lopez. Barea kicks to Harris. Baseline try. No good off the back of the rim.
That's a good shot. Even though it couldn't find the bottom of the bucket, I like the shot quality.
Kept alive. Felicio with the bucket.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Here's Blakeney. Poke loose. Pass to Harrison. Out to the wing. Parker kicks to Felicio. To the middle. Here's Blakeney. In for his 7th make in 14 tries.
It's really been a tale of 2 halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Here's Mejri. And that one goes long. And the Bulls with possession. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Down low, Felicio, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete.
No question about it. He's very comfortable in the air. Dunks like that, no problem for him.
Parker outside. And there's the pass to Hutchison. Misses the three. Dallas has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Finney-Smith kicks to Kleba. Here's Barea. Sinks it from just inside the baseline.
I'm still kind of trying to figure out how that one went in. Don't think they drew it up that way, but hey, it still counts because it worked.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow.
Well, I guess there's nothing wrong with a little bit of showboating here and there. Great look, but he couldn't finish. Everything but is how we say that. Surprising since the defense was very pedestrian.
Mavericks foul call. J.J. Barea. That's his first personal foul. Cristiano Felicio. At the line for the Bulls, 2 shots.
2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. In terms of competitive balance, Clark, with 2-3 teams being the heavy favorites every year, what do the other teams really have to play for?
Well, first and foremost, the opportunity to rewrite that script. I mean, just because teams are heavy favorites don't mean they're going to prevail in competition. So that's the first thing. And you never know what can happen. We've talked about it before, Kevin, the unpredictability of teams and seasons, how they play out, injuries, personnel, all of that stuff factors in. So if you're a competitor, you want to knock off whoever's expected to be the top team. Kevin Harris is a long-time NBA guy, once a very speedy starting point guard. Now he's mostly a reserve and provides scoring and leadership. And those kind of guys bring great value to the roster.
Shooting 2, gentlemen.
The first free throw is good. And Harris, now with 15 years of experience in the NBA, he's been able to adjust Clark his game to remain really competitive.
Yeah, you know what? That's not always easy when your game was predicated on great speed, which is what Harris used to have. He's extremely smart, though, and very good decision maker. And he never will be a 20-point-per-game scorer anymore, but he's still got a spot on the roster because of his experience and his savvy.
Here's Harrison, guarded by Barea. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that board.
Harris drives in. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Harris has got 6 in the quarter. And here are the Bulls now. Here's Blakeney. And the layup falls.
And giving up some height, he just finds a way to carve out a little separation.
Yeah, you know, he doesn't back down from anybody, Greg. Effective at getting the room he wants and then gets his shot off in time.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Mavericks.
The coaching staff must be happy that they controlled their turnovers so well in this game.
Excellent self-control and patience tonight.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
A 2-game season series, they win them both and complete the sweep.
And, Greg, that's a nice feeling to get the sweep. Even though it is a small number, still nice to get that sweep.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Barnes.
Well, I like the ferocity on defense now. He was constantly putting himself in the path of steals and coming up with them, too.
And that one drops.
And leaving nothing to chance here on this game-clinching run.
Exactly. Cold-blooded. Separation solidified. Great effort.
And the Bulls with another miss.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
And the Mavericks call time here. They're leading by 43. 41 seconds left in the fourth.
The mic, we got this animal attraction. Mid-city out to Manhattan, ain't nothing fancy. Yellow cabs Lights, cameras, and action. Thoughts to ideas, designs to manufacturing. I'm still Travolta, I'm still Samuel Jackson. Blasted, live on stages where it happens. Step to the zone, spotlight on, the sights on, all lives on. Turn the tables and the mics on. Fans slapping rock and they scream out loud. This time I give it back and applaud the crowd. Yes, I made it display a new sound. All live on stage. That's the name. I made it display a new sound. Check it out, check it out. You now rocking with the right side. I made it display a new sound. All live on stage.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Harrison Barnes.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
He got an extra boost from the grief these fans were giving him here tonight. They were riding him hard all night, and he ate it up. Some guys just like being the villain, I guess. On the wing, Harris. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
Tremendous effort here on the road. That plane ride home is going to be sweet.
No doubt about it, partner. But unfortunately, the flip side of that coin, the drive home for the hometown fans, going to be rather flat.
Powell, that's good.
Dwight Powell really showing continuing confidence in his inside game, and I think he's only going to get better down there.
Harrison kicks to Carter. The Bulls keep it alive. That one goes. Count it.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Parker with the steal. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Barea. And again, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. DeAndre, what do you think this team's identity is this season?
We just have so many guys that can score. It's going to be somebody's night every night, like I keep saying. But we're also, our half-court offense is getting a lot better.
The ball is moving around, DeAndre. Thanks for your time. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.